Hello and welcome, Math 2415 Calculus 3 students to the Spring 2016 semester. My name is Robert D. Giovanni and I'm going to be the instructor for this course. The purpose of this video is just to go through all of the administrative parts of this class so that we don't have to eat up class time doing so. So first of all, let's get into the course online, which is where I got everything for the class organized. Hopefully you're familiar with Northwest Vista's main website. Go ahead and click on Log into ACES. Put in your information. If you don't know your information, you can get it, I think, right here. And go ahead and log in. Once you're here, you want to click on this tab, My Courses. Make sure you're looking at the Spring 2016 list. Find Calculus 3 in your courses. And this will take you to this page. Now let's just talk about communication first of all. If you need to email me or if I'm going to email something to the class, this is where it'll happen. Right here on this inbox, click on that. If I send you something, it'll appear over here. It'll have a dot next to it, which means that you have not read that email. So you can see there's a few there I haven't read. And then if you want to send me something, click on this little Compose a New Message. Find Calculus 3, and then over here on this little icon, you can get to Teachers and select me, type in your subject, click that box, type in whatever else in the body of the email, and then if you want to attach a file, you can. Send it. I'll get it. Okay? So that's how we communicate. Nope, you don't need calendar. We need to go to Courses. 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 Come on, man. Okay. Let me switch this over to a student view so it'll look like what you're going to see. Wait a minute. I thought I published the class. Let me publish it first. It'll look a little different. Okay, now we can switch it over to student view. All right, make sure my audio is recording here. Yeah, that looks okay. All right, so the first thing you'll see here is orientation video, which is what I'm making right now. So that'll be linked to this video later. And then you have well, I can get through to these in a second. Let's just look at the syllabus first. So you click here to get to the syllabus. And here's the syllabus for the course. It's a full term 16-week course. Here's my contact information. Of course, we'll use the inbox over here for emails, but in case that fails, here's another way to get in hold of me. Here's where my office is located. Here's my cell phone number. It's fine if you text me, as long as you make sure if you text me that you include your name, what class you're in, and then what you need. Now, my office location is in Juniper Hall on the first floor. I am in my office available to you free of charge. Just come in to get help. I'm really hoping that this semester I get a lot of students in there. Students who come in for help usually do better in classes. So I'm there Monday, Wednesday, 9 to almost 1, I believe. Is that before our class? When is our class? Yeah, that's before our class. I'm there for a couple hours before our class. And then on Tuesday, Thursday, I'm there from 9 to 10:45. And then on Friday, I'll be around, but if you want to meet with me, you have to make an appointment. You can do that by sending me an email or texting me. Now for this class, you need a copy of Essential Calculus Early Transcendentals by Stewart, second edition. There's a picture of the book. You need that pretty much first week of class, so get that as soon as possible. I believe they have copies of these in the library, but you can only check them out. I don't think you can take them. I think you can look at them there, but you can't leave with them. All right, description of the class. This is a Cal 3 class. We're gonna finish this book. If you took Cal 1 and Cal 2 with this book, we're gonna try and finish that book up. Objectives, the outcomes, blah blah blah. let you read through that on your own. Let's get to the grade. So standard grading scale, A, B, C, D, and F. Now, the way the grade works here is probably different than anything you've ever seen before. I have what are called mini exams and quizzes. Now, the mini exams are exams that you take home, so they're take-home exams. There are, I believe, about 8 to 10 of them, and so you're going to be getting one of those like every week and a half, and you do those at home, you turn them in, I grade them. Those exams, as you will see when you get them, contain problems that are more difficult than the ones that you would find in the book. And not all the time, but most of the time they're an extension of what we've learned in class. They're an extension that goes beyond the homework problems that are assigned out of the book. And they're not the types of problems you can just look up on Google and find an answer to. I usually try and draw a lot of different concepts together into one problem. So those mini exams are a big part of the course. Quizzes would be more like a short, like in-class quiz that I give. And I would not weight the quizzes as much as the mini exams. I'll let you know how I'm going to weight these, but those together will be 40% of the grade. The weight of the quiz is going to depend on how many we have. All right. So you've got mini exams and quizzes, 40% of your grade. Then you have a midterm and a final. That's it. That's your whole grade right there. But there's a big thing here that most students don't ever or haven't ever seen before, and that's this. As long as your midterm grade and your final exam grade average more than a 50, so sorry, not average, if both the midterm and the final separately have to be greater than 50%, then this is the way your grade is going to break down. Okay, I'm going to break it down 40%, 30%, 30%. If the midterm or the final exam are below or equal to a 50, then you automatically fail the course. So that means that I'm willing to make 40% of your grade take-home stuff and let the exams only be 60% of your grade, as long as when you come in and take the midterm and when you come in and take the final, you know at least half of what's on there. So if you don't know half of the material on the midterm, then you are not going to pass the class. If you do not know half the material on the final, then you are not going to pass the class. So that's the way the grade's broken down. Course policies, I do take attendance in the class. If you miss more than 4 times, you may be dropped or given a failing grade in the course. Things that I expect, I use a lot of technology in the class. I will post the class lectures. I'll record them and post them on YouTube. I will also provide you with notes in a digital format. I expect that you will print those out and bring those to class. I'll talk about more of this once we actually get in class and meet with each other. I do have some policies on electronic devices. You may use a laptop or tablet to view the lecture notes that I provide you, but if you're using a phone or a laptop for anything other than course-related material, so you're sitting there and you're like updating your whatever, you're using Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or something like that while I'm sitting there lecturing, then there will be a 10% penalty on your next exam. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean on the midterm or the final. So not on a mini exam, on one of these, I'll take 10% off if you're sitting there doing things you shouldn't be doing. I will also ask you to leave the class, and an absence will be recorded. If you're sleeping in class or being disruptive, I will penalize you 10% on your next exam also. So just come to class ready to learn. I've never really had a problem in Cal 3 class with students not being there to learn, so I doubt that policy is going to apply to anyone, but in the event that it does, I won't hesitate to enforce it. Scholastic dishonesty, don't cheat. Okay, you're going to have some take-home exams. Sometimes I'll tell you you can work together. Sometimes I'll tell you you can't. So if I tell you you're not allowed to work together on the take-home mini exam, I walk by the tutoring lab, and there you are sitting there with a group of people, and everyone's working on mini exam. Everyone in there is subject to the discipline that is really left to the discretion of me. and how to handle that. I could give everyone a 0 on that test. I could just say, you know what, you're all out of the class. You all fail. So follow my directions. When I tell you you can't work together, that means you can't work together. All right, tutoring. There is tutoring available. I'm not sure how much help you're going to get with Cal 3, but there are some people in the tutoring lab that would be really good. I would just go by there and talk to them, ask them who can help with Cal 3. My advice would be to come and get help from me during my office hours. 6-drop rule, I'll let you read through the rest of that. Okay, let me get to the schedule. This is the schedule. I have to have it in here. It's not a very easy one to read. I have a better schedule. I'll show it to you in a second. So that's your syllabus. All right. Now let's go back to the home page. All right. So I said I'm going to record the lectures. So once I start recording them, you will click here and you'll see the list. Right now there's no videos here, but let me just show you an example of last semester. My Cal 2 class, or I don't have any Cal 3s from a long time ago. Let me show you Cal 2 from last semester so you can get an idea. So here are all the videos. So I put like what day it was, what the topic was, and there's 2 parts to the video. So let me just go down here and show you like day 4 substitution.
See, that one was a little more hit.
So this is what the video is going to look like, and these will be posted immediately after class. You can come back and watch them, so that's a good thing. And then there's class files. So in class files, you will find I will be following throughout the semester some notes that I've made. Those are here. The schedule I haven't shown you, but this is another way to get to it. So let me show you those notes. So these are PDFs. So Chapter 10, Section 1. I'm going to go ahead and download that, because if I were a student, I would want to download this and print it and bring it to class. Or I'd want to download it to my laptop, bring my laptop to class and follow along. So this 14 pages long. And what you can do is, if you have these printed out, then you can just take notes on top of this. I believe I get to a point here where I do examples. So it'll usually say example on it, and it'll be a different color. So let me get to one. That's not a good one. I do 10.3. Download this one. Okay, it's a dot product. Like this. So here's a note. 10.3.1. This means Chapter 10, Section 3, first note. 10.3 example 1. Notice it's in purple. I will do this example in class on the board. 10.3.2, Chapter 10, Section 3, Note 2, and then 10.3, Example 2. It's in purple. I'll do that in class. And that's the way the entire semester is going to work. I'm going to go through notes, and that way you don't have to sit there and write every single thing down that I'm putting on the board. And also, I don't have to write everything down because it's all here for you. So we can spend more time thinking about what is happening instead of just copying and trying to figure it out later. So all your notes are here for the entire semester. And then we have old class lecture notes. And now these aren't very well organized. But like if I go, let's say, to day 3, what you'll see here is, remember in the course notes there were examples that were in purple, and I said I would do those on the board. Well, in past classes I've done that, and here's the actual work of me doing that. But I used to use a tablet to write down the problems. I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to use a tablet. I think I'm just going to write on the board this time. But it's all the work from those notes already done. So you kind of already, if you print all these out or save them to your computer, you already kind of know what I'm going to do every day, which is good. All right, that's it for class files. Go back to our home page. Now the schedule. So download this, open it up. This shows you what we're going to do. Okay, so our first class is on Wednesday because Monday is a holiday. We're going to cover 10.1, 10.2, come back on Monday, finish up 10.2, do 10.3, come back on Wednesday, 10.3, 10.4, and get through, hopefully, let's see, March 7th is going to be our midterm. Now remember, you're going to have a bunch of mini exams in here, but your big test will be here. That's that one that's 30% of your grade. And then we have spring break, and then we come back, and we have a drop date in there, and then we've got our final exam right here. It's on a Wednesday, and there will be a bunch of mini exams in here also. And that's it. That's the layout of the semester. Now, a little bit about these notes that I'm using. The notes I use were created by me, and I'm using something called Mathematica. So where are they? Try and give you an example here. These were done using a math program, Mathematica, which in your course files, I give you the ability to look at these in PDF format, but I have them also in another format called CDF, which is called a computable document format. And if you are interested in this, I can get you copies of this. And what's cool about it is once you do it, let me see, okay, here's an example, is that when you open it, you'll be able to do everything I'm doing like this. You'll be able to move things around, look at things three-dimensionally, which is real important in this class. You'll be able to zoom in, zoom out, rotate, move up, move down, and interact with the actual document, which is really cool. Let me give you a better example. Let's see if I have. Okay, so here's three-dimensional, we call a parallelepiped. So it's three-dimensional. It would be very difficult to draw that on a board, but I think with, if you're able to come in here and look around, move it around, it's a lot easier to see. So if you're interested in getting a hold of these, then you'll need to let me know, and then I will provide those for you, or to you. You'll just have to bring in a little flash drive if you're interested in that. All right, so I'll be using that interactive three-dimensional visualizations throughout the class. I think you'll find that pretty cool. There's also here a quiz that you need to take. Let's see when this quiz is due. It's due January 22nd, which is Friday. I should probably put that in there. Let me put that in there real quick. Sorry to make you watch me do this, but edit this real quick. Click here, take home. Due 1/22. Ah, Robert. All right, that's good enough. You get the idea. So all this is it's like you signing the syllabus and saying you understand the requirements of the course. So you'll click there, you'll take it's like a yes or no question. That's it. Okay. Back here, we're almost done. Syllabus we went through. Your grades, I'll start posting your grades in here. So this is where you'll find them. Whoa, that's not what I want. That's just showing everyone in the class. Let me switch back to student view. There we go. Okay, so when you go to grades as a student, it'll list your grades for the semester. Files, we've already been to this. So I'll keep everything. Discussions, if you wish to talk to your classmates, here's where you can go. You create a discussion and interact with each other. Here, click on people. It's how you get to your classmates. You think you can create groups and talk with each other. And then you have online tutoring. I don't know a whole lot about this. This is a new system, but I believe there's 24/7 help there. It's a person somewhere in the world that has a little electronic whiteboard, and they can help you with some math problems. So see how it works. You can tell me how how that works out for you. That's pretty much it. That's all I want to discuss here in this video, just kind of get an idea of how things are going to work out. Look forward to meeting everyone. Till then, have a good rest of your break.